I lost $355,590 in crypto, and here's how. Well, this goes back a few years. This was early 2018, basically the bottom of the bear market. Bitcoin was around $3,000–$4,000. People weren't really talking about cryptocurrency, and there wasn't really new cryptos coming out. We had all the ICOs in 2017, which went to the moon. ADA went from a penny up to well over $1. Tron went crazy. XRP went crazy. And there are a lot of other ICOs that just didn't do anything. They're complete scams, and a lot of people got rugged, or a lot of people lost a lot of money. Well, how did I lose $355,590? So back in 2018, I was still involved with crypto when a lot of people got out. I was always researching and trying to find new and upcoming projects, maybe new layer 1s, layer 2s, whatever it was. I didn't really care, I just wanted to make money. And here's where it gets interesting. I got into a few Telegram groups talking about other cryptocurrencies, and there was one guy in there that I really admired. He seemed to know a lot about how cryptos work, and he thought outside the box. I actually talked to him personally and asked him a few questions, and come to find out he was a multi-millionaire, all because of crypto. He got into some projects very early and made a killing off of it. So I started talking with him. I learned he basically came from no money. He actually had a really cool story. His parents were very poor, all of his siblings were very poor, and he wanted to change the dynamic of his family. So he made a decision, he was gonna change it. And that is when he got involved with crypto. Side note, he also does real estate too, but he made most of his wealth through cryptocurrency. Anyways, long story short, I started talking with him, asking him questions, and he recommended that I look into a project. So I did. The project was called Render Token, ticker RNDR. It was a very small market cap. At that time, we were talking maybe $1 million or under $1 million. It was like 5 cents. 6 cents. I didn't buy any at that time. I just kind of watched the price because I knew there was a ton of scams out there. So the more I looked into the project, the more I realized this could be huge. By the way, this is not a sponsored ad. This is just my experience. I found out that this project uses others' GPUs so it can render out projects. For instance, Toy Story took weeks to render out. The animation on a lot of these films takes a long time. And so if you have a bunch of graphics cards that work together to render out things, it can go a lot faster. So this project is looking to use other people's GPUs to render out projects. And we all know with the evolution of 3D, we're gonna need more rendering power. And a lot of these graphics cards or computers can't do it on their own. So as I looked into that, I was like, wow, this actually makes sense. So from this point, I really looked into the project. I looked on Twitter and I noticed that they were a verified user, which is pretty cool. Most likely not a scam. 2, I looked into the team and I seen people from huge films on there. The people on their advisory board were massive. They were people that worked on huge films. They also worked on huge projects like the Brave browser, BAT token. The more I looked into the project, the more I realized this was legit and this is probably gonna be huge. They deal a lot with NFTs, and I knew NFTs were becoming a big thing. So I was hooked. I felt like this project was gonna be massive. So I got in. Back then, the only way to buy it was through Uniswap, a decentralized exchange. So it was a little sketchy, but I did it anyways. I didn't buy it at 6 cents or 5 cents. I bought a lot of it between 10 and 20 cents. In total, I spent about $8,000. At one point, I had 40,500 render tokens. I was in the top 100 holders of that coin at one point. It was crazy. Well, how did I lose $355,000? Technically, I didn't lose it. I just missed out on that opportunity. Massive opportunity. Like I was saying, it was only listed on Uniswap, a decentralized exchange, but in the next few months, it was listed on a few other exchanges. Very low volume, but there was liquidity added. I don't know the first exchange it got listed on, but I bought a lot on hotbit.com, gate.io, and I held most of it there and in my MetaMask. Months went on and the price action didn't really do anything. At one point it went up to about 25 cents, but then it dropped down to like 9 cents. And so it was like a roller coaster. I ended up selling at about break even, but that's when everything started happening. Render Token got listed on KuCoin. The price shot up to like over $2. It got listed on other exchanges, Crypto.com, And then the big one, Binance. When it got listed on Binance, it went through the roof. Absolutely insane. I remember watching that token and being like, oh my gosh, what did I just do? At one point, Render token hit a price of $8.78. And I had 40,500 of them. If I would have just been patient, I could have had $355,000. But I was not patient. I didn't just wait. I wanted that fast cash grab. Mistake? Yeah. Did I learn something? Absolutely. I learned be patient with these projects. Good projects take time to develop. Whether it's days, months, years, maybe even a decade, it'll be worth it. And that's my story. I could have turned $8,000 into over $355,000. Be smart, be patient, research, do your own research. I have several stories like this. And if you want to hear more stories like this, subscribe, hit the like button, and let's talk. This is your boy Colton. I'll catch you guys on the flip. Peace.